Sorry, I'm trying. We're new at this. Sarah went to get Jeff a drink, and I let it derail the show.
Are you okay with this? I'm so sorry.
She's making $100. We're in.
She's already made it. She could walk out the door right now. She could just disappear into the night, and she would have $100.
We saw Crocodile Dundee too. Not only can she leave, she can go somewhere that even cartels can't get her. She could put like bats in bags and throw them on our campfire, and we'd be like, caramba!
Did that happen?
Sarah, you've already made your money, Sarah. If at any point you want to just disappear, you're allowed to. Like, you're not beholden to stay up here on stage. Although we would love you to stay.
I think her date applauded that. No, I think she is beholden. We gave her $100. She's got to give us $50 if she leaves.
All right.
What kind of crazy?
I'm just saying, it's not indentured servitude. Well, I mean, if you wanted it that way, we say we'll give you $100 at the end of the show.
I'm gonna give you $20 to please sit down because you're making me feel bad.
He's paying you $20 to devalue my 100. What kind of crazy?
I put 17. You paid 83 or whatever.
Right.
All right, Sarah. You're free to go. I'm not going to be Sauron.
No, I think stay. Do what
yes,
you want.
Keep it.
Also,
keep my guilt money.
The reason why I feel bad is because we have a woman on stage and she's not talking at all. As always, there's a bunch of dudes sounding off, and we have a gal on stage.
Give her a microphone, Dan.
This microphone costs $15.
Yes. What's like a good Aussie like bar song? How about the person I asked?
Is there like an Aussie toast, like a famous cheers, like a poem or a rhyme or anything like that?
It would be Aussie, 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 and then everyone goes, oi, 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 oi. Yeah.
Really?
Didn't they do that on The Man Show when Kimmel was on there? Did they do some kind of thing like that?
Yeah, we got it in Mexico. People knew it.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
I love that.
It's nice.
What part of Australia are you from?
Melbourne.
Melbourne. I went there once. It was quite lovely. It's very funny people, very nice.
Is it true about the toilets? Is that an urban legend, or is that true?
That they're full of poo?
No, that they swirl in opposite directions.
Yeah, it's the southern hemisphere.
How long did that take before somebody figured it out?
Yeah.
You know, because they're living on the other side of the world, and then somebody would have had to have gone to the bathroom, stared at the toilet, went, ooh, counterclockwise, and then jumped on a plane, flew to America, and then immediately did it.
Dan, are you pouring yourself a drink right now?
Yeah, you guys freed our indentured servant.
No! She stayed up here. She had a job to do. Put that ice back in the bucket.
Here, I'll take the ice.
Put the ice back.
I'll take the ice.
No, let her do it. We fucking paid her.
I'll take the ice.
I'm so fucking confused. This is exactly what was happening in America in 1848. There was a lot of we
pass it down.
Look, it's to our discomfort that it happened to be a woman that came over. If it was a guy, you wouldn't be bothered with this at all.
No.
I wasn't bothered with it. I love throwing money at people and just like that's what I do with Spencer.
Easy.
Everybody
easy.
wins.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
Adam, sit the fuck down. Adam, sit down.
I'll pay you $20 to shut the fuck up. No, I don't have any more money. Get away. Get away from me.
I like a lot of ice.
What the home audience doesn't know right now, the listener doesn't know this. Adam is hiding behind a beam right now, and
he's holding a vial.
I said water bottle.
He's
right.
wrapped around a pillar like the snake in
like the water
Eden.
bottle in the end of 12 Monkeys.
Am I mistaken, Adam? Or and I don't want to bring you up on stage. I really don't. And Adam, I say this with all due respect. I love you.
No respect too.
No, none is due, but all is offered. I do like you, Adam. But when Abed on the last show was up here, were you losing your mind because you got out Aspergered?
Yeah.
Yes. Because you were firing off like quips and fucking non sequiturs, like you couldn't believe there was a guy on stage that was weirder than you. And
Evil knows evil.
You're out of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
But why are you standing? and so well lit. He's all right. Now you're kneeling in the aisle. Are you going to murder
Someone
us?
took your chair.
What are you doing now?
Quick, run, everybody. The entire audience
Run away.
another.
We'll meet back in 20 minutes.
Adam, you're the only person that's standing poised to charge the stage.
Say, if you give her the mic stand, she'll have both her hands free to pour drinks. That's all I wanted to add, so you can get more drinks.
All right,
there we go.
I mean, but I'm not giving up my mic stand.
Thank you, Adam. So you were trying to liberate her genius.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you, brother. Adam Goldberg, everyone.
I'm not clapping.
No, I'm not clapping either. And I have a mic stand. I could clap all day. That's what my lack of clap means something. Sorry about Adam. Have you ever listened to the show? Do you know what's happening?
Yes, I have listened to it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe like there was like a wayward poaching expedition. You got trank darted and stuck in a crate, and now you're here, and you're like, well,
Do kangaroos really box? Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's some really tall kangaroos, and when they get up on their hind legs, they're like 6 foot tall, and if you make them angry, they will punch you in the face.
with their front paw,
With
even
their
if they're not
boxing
trained to.
gloves.
That's like a natural thing they'll do.
Yeah, so that, like, because they get up like this, and they like really, really high, and if you anger them, then they're like...
Wow.
And people mistake them for like giant mice.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
No. Only.
Holy cow! Look at that giant mouse.
well, it's just
Big as a kangaroo.
I think only.
Giant mouse.
Only Sylvester the cat from the cartoons thought I was a giant.
This is why I'm asking.
Father.
But here's a fun thing to ask our foreign guests. Pop culturally, like, what is something that is on TV in Australia that's like very like kind of homebrewed Australian entertainment pop culture that is like every Australian kind of knows, but that once you leave those waters, like you find that it just drops off entirely. Like it's just like this Australian thing.
Is this you trying to find out if they watch Community in Australia?
No. That's a transnational export from a conglomerate. I'm saying like I always find like somebody from Montreal will go like lickety dick, toodle dick, and you're like, what are you talking about? Like the lickle dicks, and you're like, what the fuck are the lickle dicks? It's a and it's like I always find this really amazing to like hear about these things. Like, is there something like that?
Yeah, there's TV shows like Kath and Kim.
Kath and Kim.
Oh, I
which
know
they
that.
did an American version of, which didn't
Right.
translate. There's a movie called The Castle. Yeah, so that's like everyone in Australia can quote that movie, like from.
What's
start
the
to-
movie The Castle about?
It's about this family in a small suburban town.
Why do you hold your mic to your face to make that distracting sound? Sorry, it's about a small suburban.
So it's just
What
like
is the movie Castle about? Please go ahead.
It's not about a castle.
It's not. Okay, go ahead. Okay, what is it about?
So it's like a typical.
Where do they live?
They don't live in a castle.
Okay.
It's a metaphor.
Yeah. It's a metaphor, you fucking 8-year-old. And also, there's a movie called The Castle in the States, and it's not James Gandolfini in a prison. Like, it's not. It's against Robert Redford. All right.
Stop yelling at me.
You should have. Next time you wake up and there's a camera up your ass, just say you failed.
Excuse me, madam. I happen to be conscious. Could you please give me more whatever you put in here?
If I woke up in the middle of a procedure where they told me beforehand I was supposed to be asleep, I would fucking start making a lot of noise.
Rob thinks you have to have a monocle and a top hat and be British. That's such a fancy thing to say. You're ass raping me. That's so fancy.
I would just say
I wouldn't want to be pretentious.
That would have been probably.
I paid a lot of money to be asleep for the next 12 hours, and I'm awake.
That would have been
during
good.
the thing. I would feel like it's just a good idea to say I'm awake and put me back to sleep. Or
I should have just started screaming as loud as I could. That would have. Then they wouldn't. They would have been. Oh shit! Fucking get him. Fill him up. Dump the shit on him. Make him go to sleep.
All right, what's the castle
then
about? It's about a small family. They live in a little
Mark
quiet...
Castle can't make it through college.
Until he met a friend.
Dress up like two women.
Mate, I got the perfect apartment. But there's a catch.
We gotta dress up as koalas.
Now,
Wipe out.
what?
No, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. Please, this is gonna be great. What's Castle about? Please continue. What's it about? It sounds like a great show.
Okay, so it's just about a family, like a nuclear family living in like a normal suburban town, and they love their house, like everything's their castle. Then
Really?
and then a big airport company, I don't know the word.
Qantas.
Qantas. Come along and say, basically, we need to knock down your house because we need to build a runway, and you have no choice in the matter.
What's the name of the airport?
Castle Airlines.
Drawbridge?
I don't think...
What are you guys aren't... These aren't jokes.
That's what I'm doing. I'm redefining the word.
And does the father of the house make a stand and go like, "You're not taking my fucking house"? That's awesome. See, great. It's a good show, and you're missing.
All right, great. Next show.
Okay, what's Squigglepuss about? No, made up a show.
I want to know about Lickle Dicks.
Okay.
Dan, did you see the pilot of Lickle Dicks?
There was a thing. I dated a Canadian a long time ago, and she in the middle. It was like clickety click barba trick. It was like the Barba Papas. That's what it was called. For our Canadian listeners, there was a
Papas?
Canadian listeners will know what I'm talking about. There's a cartoon called the Barba Papas. But you know, like she would like you would reference Scooby Doo, and she'd be like, "What's that?" And then you could just make up anything about Scooby Doo you wanted. They'd be like, "Yeah, well, Scooby Doo is this dog, and he was a ghost. So he haunted them. Yeah, the dog haunted them and told them to solve crimes or else he'd kill them." Because you just find out she doesn't have. But then she would go like, "Oh, it's like a Barba Papa." That's a real thing, Barba Papa. They were like these blobs that would turn into bulldozers. All right.
Oh, I've seen that.
I like when you go through like a Canadian airport and you just look at the corner of there's a TV in the corner. There's like a purple dog with a unicorn horn going like, "And that solves that." And you're like, this isn't foreign language, so like what? It's amazing that I've never seen this. It's just like it's done with all the polish and it's just like they have their own little Gilligan's Island up there. They're making radios out of coconuts and cartoons about purple ducks.
Is there a radio station in Australia?
I'm almost certain there's several.
Okay, like
WBNG, the Boomerang, coming back with the hits from the.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
Put your hits on the Bobby. Here's Phil Collins.
What does Slick Rick and Batman talk about in the morning?
Oh, is it like a morning zoo team?
Yeah. What is their catchphrase? Do they...
Slick Rick and Batman.
Slick Rick and Batman coming at you. Wait, we're better than 2 cups of coffee. Come on.
Rob, you be Batman. Dan, you be Slick Rick. I want to hear.
G'day.
Oh, whoa, O.J. Simpson. Not getting any breaks this morning.
Don't know what's going on with that. Boy, if you're driving to Sydney today, stay off the 3.
What's the 3 all about?
Oh, Reggie. We'll be back with Reggie later, but first, here's an update about the pinch at the pump.
I'm sorry. So answer the question.
Sorry.
So Slick Rick is not the rapper Slick Rick from the 80s. He's just a...
No, they don't know about that.
No. Right. It's spelled without the C.
All right. So is there like a radio team?
Yes.
Knew it.
Is it 2 guys?
It depends. There's different type of radio stations and there's different demographics.
Example.
So I don't know. It's hard to say, but yeah, generally 2 guys is pretty common. Yeah.
Do you know any names offhand like Tube Sock and?
Like
monkey
Whistler.
monkey foot.
No, they don't have like DJ or radio names. It's just like Matt and Joe, Joe and Matt.
We're more advanced. We're so much more advanced.
Sarah, what is the Antipodean fascination with giving everybody a nickname? So if your name is Jeff, you're Jeffo. Or like Sarah, you have a nickname, right? What do they call you?
Birdie.
Betty?
Birdie.
That doesn't make sense.
Birdie.
Birdie.
My last name's Bird, so Birdie.
Birdie. Yeah, everybody has to have a diminutive nickname, right?
Yeah, that's
Like Steve.
I don't know why they do that. I think it's just more casual, and we just like to be casual. So.
Oh fuck! Wait a minute. Wasn't there a zoo team? Was it Australian? Those guys that called. There was like a scandal where they called and pretended to be a friend of it was a horrible thing that happened. Like they did a prank about there was the royal baby in England, and they pretended to be a nurse or something like that, or talk to a nurse.
It went like this.
My cufflink managed to hit a button.
That's true. It's pretty sad story. Basically, there was two DJs, and they called up the hospital where Kate Middleton was giving birth, and they got through to a nurse, and they said, "Oh, we're the Queen or someone." I don't know who they said, and they said, "Oh, what's happening?" And she was like, "Oh yeah," and gave all this information, and then they aired it, and then the nurse killed herself. And she left a note saying...
Yay, media!
Because of that she gave up the good?
Well, she was humiliated.
She was humiliated, thought she would lose her job, get in big trouble, and she left a note saying that these DJs basically had to take care of her family now, and it was their fault.
Whoa!
Yeah. And they've only, I think only one of them has just gone back to work, over a year later.
And he's like very, very trepidatiously his first day of work. It's Squeaker in the morning.
Looks like it's a high of 68.
Bit less of a pitch at the pump then. Hoo-ah! Here's Phil Collins. Yeah, it's funny to us because everyone that was affected was on some island. We got our own problems over here. That's horrible for everyone involved. I remember that stuck out, and I thought what really stuck out was that they were Australian. They weren't even because really, honestly, and not to, I mean, like it's very easy when something horrible like that happens to jump on whoever was immediately like, well, what were you guys thinking? But they were thinking, we're Australian DJs. We shouldn't be able to get away with any of this. And they were kind of trying to do a prank. I'm not sticking up for anybody yeah, whatever. Everyone's on their edge of their seats. Who's Dan in favor of in this story?
The baby.
Well, no, I was just going to say that apparently in their defense, they said they didn't want it aired. And it wasn't their decision in the end, and some higher up.
Oh, nice.
Through, yeah.
The suits did it.
Yep. Is it true you guys drive in the middle of the road?
Yes.
Where does the other side
go? When they turn right, they turn so far right that they go left, it goes around. All right, anyways.